What's up, folks? I'll give people a chance to jump in, say hello. I'll get the chat pulled up here. Things are looking a little different since last time I saw you all in this room, of course, I mean. Let's see. Just randomly jumping on a Saturday afternoon. We'll see if anybody wants to come say hello. I've got a bunch of stuff to show you. Ryan, Louis, what's up, guys? Hey, good to see you. Welcome. Grab some new stuff here. Get it set up. How's everybody doing? How's life? Slowly but surely, the new toy room, it's coming together. It's really missing some color right now, is what I'm feeling like. It just doesn't, it's not the same. All these walls are just this gray color. I really need something, a bright pop of color. Fareed, Reality Rebel, what's up, guys? Yeah, Ryan, definitely enjoying the new house. It's just, you know, it's so many things to do, so it's just, you just chip away at it. You know how it is. Just a little bit at a time. That's what we're like, just now about to be like here 6 months in. So some corners of the house look better than others, you know. It'll get there. I'm being real slow about like putting stuff on the walls, whether that's art or shelves or what have you. Because I want to make the decision once and then be happy with what it is for a while. So, you know, it just means like kind of like waiting to put stuff on the walls until we know, okay, this is going to be the color scheme of this room, etc. You know what I mean. Sam, Rouse, what's up, gang? You know what I'm going to start with, actually, is this is new to me. It's not going to be new to anybody really that has any interest in this, I assume. Last time I did a live, I was saying that I got the I was picking up a few of the Universal Monsters Ninja Turtles. Hang on. What had happened was, I think, like, Leo and Mike went on like deep sale right at the same time, and I was like, maybe I could just get the 4 turtles and be happy with that. So I got Mike, Leo, and Ralph. What's up, Christopher? And I was talking about it last time I did a live, was like, you know what, I can't find freaking Donnie for a reasonable price. eBay's just brutal. And great friend of the channel, Richard Coleman, he saw it. Richard's probably going to be watching this replay, gang. So what's up, Richard? He freaking picked me up and sent over from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. He sent to me Invisible Donatello, and I've had this actually sitting here for more than a month, I think now, but I wanted to wait to open it here. So yeah, so any of you that have any interest in NECA Universal Monsters Ninja Turtles, this is probably old news to you, but it is new to me. What's up, Prime Boy? Great to see you all. Oh, I need scissors here. Hang on. Do I have regular? I still don't have this room like totally with everything the way I want it, and I kind of want like a little couch or something in here so I can, it's a little more comfortable to hang out here for longer periods of time, basically. So obviously I passed on these, Universal Monsters, Turtles, when they first hit the scene. I wasn't sure about the choices, right? The character choices and, like why they chose which monster for which turtle. They've grown on me a lot. I really think Mike is worth being the Mummy just for the rotted face gag alone. Obviously that he looks like the that like meme picture of the rotting foam rubber latex whatever they are masks from the Ninja Turtle movies. And then Donatello as Invisible Man, like, yeah, all right, I guess he's a scientist, he's a doctor and stuff. But then I see this now and I'm like, oh, it's Undercover Don. That's what their gag is there for the trench coat. But anyway, I got these these four now. I can call it done for that, except I gotta get that. I gotta get that Krang. That they've showed at whatever toy fair it was. Definitely getting that Krang. Rouse, what are my thoughts on the new McFarlane Batman waves coming out? I did manage to pre-order everything Batman Returns. And I think I'm going to come out of hiatus and review that wave. And that'll be a good little fun, just sort of catch up. It's literally been a year since I've done a review. And I don't really intend to get back to doing a ton of reviews. It's just not the kind of content that I just have so many other things I want to use my time on, and I want to keep making content for the channel, certainly. But the reviews are just not like they're not the most creative, I guess. And I want to do other things that are more engaging to my creativity. Obviously, I'm building out this diorama that I is going to be kind of the centerpiece of this whole room, and I want to film a lot of little, if you've seen on the channel, like the vertical reel style kind of vignettes. I like doing stuff like that. It's a little more engaging. And I'll get back in. I shouldn't say get back because I've never had a consistent stream schedule, but I will. I will get on a consistent stream schedule in time. Yeah, Fareed, I think it'll be fun for sure to come back and review that whole Batman Returns wave at once. And you know what? The reviews aren't the most. I don't get to be as creative, but also like the McFarlane stuff. If you saw the last half dozen or so reviews I did when I was making them, they were all I was kind of just saying the same stuff over and over again, and I was very frustrated with a lot of the shortcomings of McFarlane in general. And that gets boring to just say the same thing over and over again, just have the same complaints, not really see the complaints addressed in the product. So and I just don't want to be like, you know what? There's plenty of channels that are they just talk shit all the time, and they're mad all the time, and I just think that's kind of boring. As far as like what I like to watch, you know what I mean? So, Rebel, I will not be. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread the question. Am I going to continue consistently collect after DC moves away from McFarlane? Yes. I'm not a... DC Multiverse was like... I had not gone down the rabbit hole on a toy line for that, like that, in, you know, more than a decade. I just really liked what McFarlane was doing. I liked, at the time, the price point. I liked how they were taking, like, creative liberties with the designs and just making, you know, stuff that looked really cool and really like tactile, and kind of grounded, like choices just in the way they did rendered fabric and other textures like that. Thought it was really exciting, and I liked that they were the import style articulation for retail, you know, like American retail price. And you know, I was kind of in a minority to feel that way about the DC Multiverse line, because a lot of the people were just saying, hey, we just want spandex superheroes, and you know, slowly but surely the line started to reflect that more and more, and that kind of just spandex superhero, it just kind of bores me. Wu-Tang Batman, hey, great to see you, buddy. But so I'll collecting. If you've been watching the past few live streams I've done, I've been shifting more to 6-inch scale, but not in any like focused way. I'm not really buying. Well, what I am buying incidentally is just like a lot of Hasbro stuff, because I'm picking up things. Characters that can pass as civilians to kind of flesh out this little Dio world that I'm building. And so just last night, what arrived, hey Whacker, good to see you, buddy. What just arrived last night is this giant building. This is from High School Creations on Etsy. High School Creations does this stuff like this, made to order, has a lot of options for, you know, it's modular. You could get this just as the convenience store. You could get it 3-story, you can get it 5-story, you can get it with or without the water tower, etc. Those are made to order on his website, but he also made, in the past couple of years, did a crowdfund for this Wall XD, which is like this modular, stackable backdrop wall. So both of our big structures here are High School Creations. And then this guy right here, I just picked up this from a creator on Instagram called Shadow Moses 112. Hey, Redomac, what's up, buddy? Red Mac, good to see you, man. He's got this thing that's well, I picked up a few things from him. But this is his newest gag, which is this like street light that you can kind of add bits and pieces. Yo, Gaines, what's up, buddy? Hey, I jumped on here impromptu, otherwise I'd be rocking your shirt. So next time I'm live, I'll definitely be wearing Toy Gaines shirt. But so anyway, the way that the base product that this guy sells is this base, 3 of these little middle sections, and a street light. And then you can add on, okay, I want the one way. Hey, Richard, I was just talking about you, buddy. I just opened this. You'll have to go back and watch. I finally opened them. I've been sitting here waiting so I could do it live. And then you could add on the pieces. Okay, I want the one-way street sign. I want the crosswalk. I want the street light. And you start adding these bits and pieces up, and if you've bought 3D printed stuff from people before, it gets pricey, right? So it's starting to get pretty expensive. So I messaged the guy and I said, well, look, I want to buy all the bits and parts, but then I'm going to have enough to basically have a second street light. So can I just buy this a la carte? And he was like, yeah, okay, I got you. I'll make that an option in the listing. I ordered them and I started putting them together, and I was like, you know what? I wish I could get this street light like a realistic height, which is tall. So I was like, hey, can I just order from you a few of these, just like little extendo, little mini sections right here? And he was like, yeah, I got you. I'll help you out. And he did. He changed the listing on his website so I could put the order in that I wanted. And now I have two pieces here that are, I think, realistic height. And I'll probably have one in the deep background, so it'll be kind of a forced perspective kind of thing. So that's Shadow Moses 112. Can't recommend that enough. I need to go in and weather this. I need to do like a black wash because it's kind of just that bright 3D printed plastic. Louis, hey, thanks for the $10 donation. Greatly appreciated, buddy. Ghostbuster, good to see you, buddy. Haven't talked to you in a while. Yeah, and so, dude, it's expensive, man. The pieces between this and that other street light I just showed you, man, I spent more than $100 shipped, but you know how that 3D print stuff goes. Rebel, I did get the new Harley. I was gonna get two, actually. I was gonna get a tier 1. I still might. I was gonna get a tier 2 with the extra jacket and the faces and stuff. And then I was gonna get a tier 1 so I could use the extra faces and whatnot. But then the way it's set up for that Harley, that crowdfund Harley on the McFarlane site, drawing board, you have to do a separate transaction if you want to buy like multiple tiers. It's just like, they got their stuff so messy. I still might do it, but then you got to pay shipping twice. It's like, what? Why is their stuff always such a pain? So right now I only have one. Tier 2. I might add a tier 1 before it goes. It looks really good. It looks excellent. And the pricing of all those tiers is very fair, I think. Whacker, probably not going to get the Fallout line. Maybe if they go on real deep sale. But it's not a property that I'm super familiar with. And I started the season of the show, but haven't finished it yet. Oh man, you know what's really good? Speaking of shows, has anybody been watching the Twisted Metal show on Peacock? Like, it's a little cheese dick, feels like a little network TV sometimes as far as like the writing and stuff. But it's solid, man, especially the second season. I'm surprised at how good it is. Constantly surprised at how solid it was. Ryan, I think that tier 2 was $40. And then shipped, it ends up being like 50, I think. It was pretty fair. Okay, what else? Here, let's move these turtles out of the way. The Fallout line is 6-inch? That's crazy. Hey, Noober, what's up, buddy? So I've been picking up some Valiverse stuff here and there. really like what they make. It's just I don't collect like military stuff. And I've thought about getting the Vanguard a few times. Probably not going to do it because it's just I actually kind of I have vehicles out the ass, and that one just doesn't read as civilian-ish enough to kind of fit this little world that I'm building, I guess. But what I did see they had is they sell these kind of add-on packs, and one of them is like different doors. So I actually picked these up thinking like they'd be good as you know, like when you see like in the Arkham games, like the goons, they have car doors as kind of like a shield. So I picked up this add-on pack with these doors. And I'll probably use a couple of them for 7-inch, you know, DC henchmen, and then maybe having a couple for use here. Yeah. So cops, I did get 3 of the cops, and I got Law and Order 2. And my thought is on Law and Order is I'm gonna probably take off the military police business, and he'll just be like a K9 unit to go with these other guys. The cops are great. I do. I mean, it'd be nice if they weren't the deluxe, like $35 price point. But you know, they'll probably also go on sale, and I'll just be like, great, cool. I'm glad I paid $35 each. Also got see, I've been picking up a lot of G.I. Joe stuff. I don't collect G.I. Joe. It's not that I'm buying them for G.I. Joes. I'm just buy any figure that kind of will pass as a civilian. Yo, Legend, what's up, buddy? Here he is. Hey, Poser, what's up, bud? Brian, I don't know if I said hey earlier. Good to see you, man. So CoverGirl, obviously this would read as just like any kind of tomboyish lady, but I do kind of I'm hoping I can get a mechanic shop as part of this universe eventually. Some kind of garage. I actually have. Oh, you know what? I need to bring out some of these props too. Some of these other 3D printed. Well, I think I talked about them before. I think this tire rack came from Red Atlas Creations on Instagram. Red Atlas Creations. These are also from Shadow Moses 112, same as this street light. And maybe I showed these off before. Barricade and just, you know, business. I also bought Cold Slither, and really happy with that. I feel like the price on this Cold Slither set was pretty fair. I mean, there could have been more in the box, but I do like this. And then something else I got, which I haven't really messed with yet. I probably am not going to mess with it for a while because it's a little bit outside of the scope of what I'm working with here. But I got Shuma Gorath, which, yeah, I can tell this is really going to be fun once I get to messing with it, but it's going to be a while. I definitely am gonna have a like alien attacking the block here, but I don't know. I'm just not gonna be able to mess with him for a minute. Too much going on. Too much going on, and that just obviously commands some. This, you know, this is a whole playground right here, and it, you know, just kind of commands some focused attention on coming up with some fun, amusing poses with these bendy tentacles. So I really probably should have just waited, and I'm sure he's gonna go on sale. So yeah, this could be the squid. This is the squid from Watchmen. He's a little small. I do wish he was a little bigger. You know, I just realized I didn't show you around this building actually, because it has, this is nuts. Not one, but two fire escapes here. The stuff on the roof, this can come off, you know, I can take that water tower away. So if I want to put some folks on the roof, I can. This door opens. I got some stuff in there already, but what I got to do now is light the whole fucker. So that's going to be a job. And not only light it, but there's no like floor here or here. So what I'm gonna do is probably make foam floor, and so I can actually stage figures inside there, and put curtains on some of the windows, kind of like I have on the NECA thing. And if you look at it, you can see that you can see all the way through. That's not how normal buildings are. So I'm gonna make some fake walls in there with little tiny, you know, wallpaper printed on them or whatever. And I'll stage little scenes inside there. It'll be hard to film. It'll be hard to, you know, photograph, but I'm gonna make it work. Brian, how big am I going to make the city? It's kind of, so the idea is that I can scale up and down. And these are all folding tables. And I've got, I think these are two 2x6, and that's 2x8. I have another 2x6 table in the garage that I could bring up here if I wanted to. But as you can see, I got a lot of space in here, don't get me wrong, but the idea is that if I want to, I can break it all down, or break it down smaller at least, so that this table business is a smaller footprint, and maybe have some more breathing room in this room as needed. But, you know, when I do videos and stuff here, and it's going to take me actually putting this content out for you to see what I'm talking about. But when you come down in here and you have maybe there's a scene in this alley, right? Well, I can maybe move this a little over that way, or move it over this way, whatever I want to do for that little moment, and then come back out here and bring the building, scooch it over this way and add whatever. So it's not going to be a fixed sort of world. It will be malleable, and there will be times when I'll rotate this whole building around where it's just like the fire escape side is staged facing camera, essentially. Hey, Jerk, what's up, man? Great to see you. Thanks for jumping on, man. I was watching you last night. You know what? I watch you guys. I watch Gaines and I watch Jerk all the time. I'm usually not in the chat because I'm listening while I work on my comic. and that's part of why I haven't been making content on this channel for the past year. I've been diving in hard on this book. I'll just show you a little. If there's anything, see if there's anything I can show. Lots of car action and lots of car chases in this comic story that I'm working on. It's kind of a Knight Rider universe where everybody has their own talking car suited to their personality. And it's going to be about 100 pages. It's going to be about 2 more years of work, at least. But that is where if I have an extra hour or minute, I'm usually doing that. I'm usually putting my time toward that instead of the toy stuff lately, but got to bring this new toy room back to life. What else new do I have to show? Is there anything? I picked up a little random odd. Did I have that? I had the Shadows of the Empire stuff, I think, last time I was on here. I had Dash Rendar. Did I? Maybe I didn't. This is pretty solid. I mean, it's been out long enough that it's probably been talked to death. The face is weird and wrong, but Shadows of the Empire was my jam. I don't know if you guys were around in would have been the dark era between the original trilogy and the prequels. The mid to late 90s was where the action started to happen again. It was before the special editions even. Shadows of the Empire. To me, that was the highlight of that whole dark ages between the original trilogy and the prequels. I keep spacing out there. I closed the chat is why I got disoriented. I closed the chat to open up that book. But man, the 64 game was the absolute shit. You played the Battle of Hoth. You had Jetpack. You were battling Boba Fett. Still don't have the chat pulled up. I'm just completely beefing it here. Richard, hey, thanks for the $10, buddy. Yeah, you were just a real gem coming through, completing my Universal Monsters there. I'm trying to. I feel like I had something else special, or special or new. Maybe not. Probably not going to stay on much longer. I need to actually spend some time making this room more presentable and more complete, and it's not going to be good. It's going to be pretty boring for the viewer. Oh, I know what is shipping soon. I got the notification that the Ecto-1 HasLab's coming through. I don't normally. I think is that the first HasLab I ever backed. I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, Brian, it is a set. It is. It's. This is more of a set than a city. It's gonna. I'm trying to design it so that it's for camera purposes, basically, and to be able to kind of go in, and if I want to, I can take this table away, and etc. Ecto-1. Oh, and is anybody else back in that? Did you guys see that Tomy Knight Rider car? They say it's They say it's 1/10. I'm not gonna pull it up. That'd be stupid. But I got the DeLorean, and it really is more of a 1/12. I think it's like import 1/10 or whatever it is, where, you know, because the 7-inch NECA Back to the Future figures didn't even really fit in that DeLorean. Anybody got any final remarks? I'm gonna close it down. Oh, actually, you know what I want to hear from you guys before I do? This is the wall that's gonna get painted. This one is. And we've had an orange wall and we had a purple wall. I'm thinking that some kind of bluish or teal even. What do you guys think? It's probably not going to be the orange. It was bright and it was eye-catching, but it was really horrible and ugly on camera. And all of that red, orange light bounce off that wall, and it would make the figures on camera look like really ugly sometimes. I'm not, if anybody's talking in chat, I'm not seeing it. Probably not green. Green could be interesting, but we've got there's like hunter green in the house. There's some like jewel tone colors, but green is already featured pretty prominently in the house. I want to say almost like this might be like a little too bright, but almost this blue, very bright, kind of cartoony. Turquoise, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Light blue so the town can have a sky. That's not a bad idea, but it's not. Anytime you would actually see, what I'm gonna have to do is black out the background of this city, because even at night, light kind of blasts through those curtains enough that it just. I'm not gonna be able to unless I just black out that big window there. Light's gonna bleed through, and it's gonna affect however I light the city. Tony, what's up, cuz? Hey, I paint a mural. I had an idea, and I still may do this. The idea was kind of a mural, but it would be that it'd be one solid color, one bright color, but then in white, in like almost white outline, like outline of say like an X-wing or like Millennium Falcon, something that almost looked like a technical drawing, like a blueprint almost. Where it's the line work would be white or almost like negative space kind of, and you know, you would have to get back here to actually really take in what you were seeing. Legend, I'm not gonna leave it up to a vote. I'm going to maintain the final decision-making rights on that one. And then, you know, the other thing is this room is so big. I'm very fortunate to have this giant toy room, but even with that wall painted, this is gonna feel a little bland. I guess it'll be better once I have lights and stuff in that cabinet and shit. And art on the walls, like stuff, yeah. There'll be more color. I'll be happier. It just feels a little, it doesn't feel whimsical enough. All right, y'all. Winding down. Kind of a short stream, impromptu Saturday afternoon, but we'll take what we can get right now. Once the toy room's more set up, I will get on a more consistent schedule. But until then, I'm just gonna keep making that empty promise. Oh, actually, I do. I've got a new work computer, so I got an extra machine to bring over here. I'm gonna set it up and make like a dedicated kind of streaming setup, and I'm gonna get StreamYard or Streamlab or one of those things so I can actually show you media and not just like hold iPad up, you know, to the screen like it's like 2008 or some shit. All right, party people, thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you all soon. We'll have updates as this progresses. It's gonna be fun. Thanks for hanging out. Adios. I'm trying to